The impact of gold on Otago's provincial fortunes was immediate and fabulous. In the first 9 months of 1862, for example, Otago's export figures, driven by gold, outpaced every other New Zealand province by far. £1.3 million compared to 74,000 for Auckland, 114,000 for Wellington, and 254,000 for Canterbury. By clipping a tax of 2 shillings and sixpence off every ounce of gold exported, the provincial authorities were suddenly awash with cash. They faced hugely increasing costs as well, of course. A booming population required a vastly expanded bureaucracy and created a massive demand for roads and other public works. But all of these things were now at least affordable. Within a few years, Dunedin would have metalled public streets, proper footpaths, gas street lighting, and a municipal water supply. New building also went on apace, the old wooden shops and houses being replaced with more impressive structures, many of them built of stone. Individual fortunes were also made. Some must have been enormous, but it was a bit like playing lotto. A really rich gold strike was like winning the first division prize. These were called homeward bounders, since mega successful diggers generally headed back home to Britain or wherever they came from and invested their money in a prosperous new life there, maybe never needing to work again. Most successful diggers won lesser, if still quite substantial, prizes. Their claims were called risers and enabled thousands of diggers to achieve more modest goals, setting themselves up in a farm or a business and getting a big lift on the road to prosperity. The first wave of diggers at Gabriel's Gully, for example, are estimated to have cleared between £100 and £700 each, at a time when £50 to £60 was a good annual income for an agricultural labourer in Otago. Lots of pioneer families benefited from such a prize from time spent digging on Otago's goldfields. But there were also tucker claims, where men just made enough to live on. These were sort of like 6th Division, a tiny prize just enough to keep you going, but not enough to make a real difference to your life.